Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here with Ray from Technology Profits Confidential. Ray, very important question for you today. Tesla's facing an imminent threat. Their business, as we know it, could be about to change. It's not anything crazy Elon Musk might say on social media, but there's huge pressure coming from Tesla. And it's in the name of a company that we all know it's been around for a long, long time. One of the biggest auto manufacturers in the world is making a huge splash in the EV space right now. It's going to be a huge threat to Tesla. Tell us all about it, how it's investable, and why you think it's important right now.
Well, we're talking about one of the oldest, most storied names in American automobiles. We're talking about Ford. Ford's made an extremely strong move into the EV space. Tesla's been kind of an almost pure play here for a while. When it emerged, there were a number of electric car companies that pretty much failed, and Tesla survived, and it became synonymous in the mind of consumers with electric vehicles. And they've done very well in the U.S. market, and they've created quite a brand and quite a valuation. But I'd be a little bit cautious because EVs are now going mainstream. Tesla did blaze the way, but we've got traditional automakers embracing the electric vehicle paradigm to an extent that we have not seen before. And that includes Ford, which I think is one of the companies that's doing best here. Ford, not too long ago released the Mustang Mach-E. They took the Mustang brand, applied it to a new electrical vehicle. It's had excellent reviews, incredible sales. Sales of these electric vehicles just keep going up. And just a few weeks back, Ford unveiled the electric version of the F-150, which for more than some 40 years or more has been America's best-selling vehicle. And very impressive F-150. They call it the Lightning, which was once used for performance-oriented F-150s, but it's a very appropriate name for an electric pickup truck. Excellent performance, tremendous acceleration. It's the fastest F-150 pickup truck ever. It can tow like crazy. It's got excellent range. And I think it's going to be a transformative vehicle for Ford, being that it's such a big supplier to government and commercial fleets in the United States. A lot of these government fleets, they want to be green. I believe they're going to buy a lot of F-150s. When Ford releases a van, they're probably going to buy a ton of those vans too. And a lot of very friendly features. It can charge off AC if need be, saving money. These government vehicle fleets, they don't have to necessarily invest a huge amount of money in building charging stations for the vehicles. And you can have these people driving around in Ford F-150s, and I think they're probably going to like them. The reviews have been pretty good. We'll see when it gets released to reviewers like Consumer Reports or Car and Driver and stuff like that, motorsports magazines and so on. I think people are going to love it. They're going to drive it for work, and then they're going to go home and they're going to have, they're going to think very differently maybe about electric vehicles, people that maybe would not have been electric vehicle owners. So I think Ford's going to sell a huge number of these things once they come out for the new model year. And they're expanding their line. I mean, it's not an electric vehicle, but it is a hybrid, a new Ford Maverick, a compact pickup truck. And the pricing on these vehicles is actually pretty good. The Maverick starts at about 20. I think the F-150 starts around 30 or so. Is that, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember the exact price now, but quite affordable. And I think it's not just going to be Ford. There's going to be other automakers that will be releasing a lot of electric vehicles going forward. Ford stock has done really well lately on this news, as you know, and we've done very well since we added Ford to our model portfolio last year. And when's the last time anyone could say they made more than 100% on gain on Ford in just a few months? I don't think that's happened for a while. So just a real strong competitive threat to Tesla. Tesla's, they have their problems. I mean, they're notoriously bad with fit and finish and quality control. I don't think Ford's going to have this problem. They've been building cars since, they invented the assembly line, since real mass production of vehicles began. Ford helped start that, and they know how to build a car and you know, and maintain good quality. So I think it's going to be real problem for Tesla going forward, not just Ford, but everybody else that's coming along too.
Obviously not an official recommendation, but is there anyone, a legacy automaker besides Ford that you really like right now in this, like as everyone's coming up and starting to challenge Tesla more and more, like you mentioned a second, like the Lightning, the electric version of the F-150 already has 100,000 reservations, but that vehicle is not coming out until spring of next year, and it's only $100. It's a no commitment $100 reservation, but 100,000 people have already raised their hand and said, I want one of these trucks. That's pretty big. The Mach-E in the first quarter. Orders in the first quarter in several countries in Europe, it was the #1 selling electric vehicle in Europe, already displacing Tesla and other automakers. So apart from Ford, is it do you see is it GM, Toyota, Volvo? Is there another automaker that, even though not an official recommendation, because Ford's the company that you like the most, you have in the portfolio, is there somebody else that's right there that's going to make good on this huge threat to Tesla too?
Well, I think GM is going very strong into electric vehicles, as well as Ford. This is industry wide. So I think they're worth taking a look at. I think Toyota is a very conservative company. They're not going to be the first out, and they're not going to be super aggressive with it that I know of, although they do a lot of development over there. But you know, Toyota builds just great cars, but they're a pretty conservative company. They will eventually get on board more and more with this. I would also take a look at Volkswagen, you know, and other European-based companies, but particularly Volkswagen, which is really big. They've got really stringent controls coming on board here with, in terms of, you know, green technology in cars, and you know, Volkswagen is already pretty much saying that they're going to phase out the internal combustion engine. And you know, these European automakers, you're not going to develop new combustion engines, just refine their existing ones for export markets. So they're going to be pretty much going towards 100% electric vehicle future. So I would be taking a look at maybe some of those as well.
It's going to be an interesting 6 to 12 months as Ford and everyone else chases Tesla for the #1 spot in most electric vehicles. Ray, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to everybody. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.